Hello, my name's Toby Thompson. I'm here today with Hugo Marenison, DBA student here at Cranfield. Hugo, you're looking at the relationship between risk communications and risk perception. Interesting sounding topic. Do say more.
Well, I work as a consultant in the field of risk communication and crisis communication. So I was really keen to know how is this working, because in a lot of companies I see people sending out messages about certain risks and nobody's acting accordingly. So the whole concept of what kind of communication do you need for making people act in a very safe way, that's the whole basis of my research.
So how you tailor that communication, on what basis that communication is made, how it's made?
Yeah, and also the whole process. What is happening with the perceptions? How do people look at certain perceptions of risks, and how do they deal with that? So
say more about your day job, because it says it ties into what you do in your day job. Say more about your job.
Well, I have a consultancy firm in Belgium. It's a very small firm, and we are consulting in this very narrow niche market that's called risk and crisis communication. So we are, in fact, the only professional company in Belgium who's advising on that level, on that issue. So we are interfering in all kinds of industries, going from the chemical industry, the oil and gas business, to the hospitals and nurseries, and so that's the field we're working in.
So goodness, the tie-in to the topic on your job is just that there is no gap between the two things. It's the same thing.
It's close to each other. Yes.
So, seeing the wood for the trees so far, in as much as maybe you can't see new fields because you're in it already, is there a problem with that, do you think?
Yeah, constantly, and that's the problem, but also the exciting thing of doing a DBA. You see so many new things that you think, well, maybe this can apply to my research. And it's so interesting and time-consuming also, but to dive in all this literature and to take a look at the empirical research that's already done in this field, or small aspects of the field. So if I look back to the last 1.5 years I was here in Cranfield, I see that I took a lot of concepts I learned and I researched and I found in the literature, and I used it in my day-to-day practice. So I'm improving my practice, day-to-day practice, by doing this DBA, and that's the nice thing. Yeah.
A hand-to-mouth connection between the two.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're with Donald Atkin, you're a supervisor, and Cliff Bowman and David Denyer. Say more about that panel procedure, that supervisory thing, the support that you get.
My supervisor is Professor Latkin, Donald Latkin, and I think this is key in the whole process of doing a DBA. First, to find a good supervisor. It has to match somehow, because you're working quite close together, and at the same time there is this distance. I don't live in the UK, so you have to keep in touch all the time, and the whole feeling also with the panel is that they give you it's like an advisory panel. I mean, when we are working on a topic or with a client, for instance, in my day-to-day job, sometimes we sit together with the colleagues and we discuss things, and we see what's the best solution for this client. And I had the feeling that it's a little bit the same with this panel. You sit together like colleagues, you look at what's the problem on the table, how can you improve things, did you reflect on that or not? And so this whole concept of working together, getting advice, and very good advice from your supervisor and from your panel, without being taken by the hand. I mean, they're not doing it for me.
You're doing it. You're doing the legwork. You're doing the research.
At the end of the day, it's me who has to do it. Yeah.
So you see yourselves in 5 years' time as doing similar things? Who knows?
Yeah, I think there are two things. Actually, I'm already teaching in a couple of schools and universities in Belgium. So I think I will go into academia one day. But I still want to keep on doing consultancy. So this combination of having day-to-day practice and experience with clients in the real world, let's say, I use that kind of knowledge and experience in academia, seems to be a perfect fit for me anyway.
The perfect combination.
Yeah.
Hugo Marenison, thank you very much indeed for your time today.